I am going to make Space Invaders 2 in Unreal Engine. Space Invaders is one of my favorite arcade games. You shoot down alien ships and try to defend your base. I already know the programming language C++, and I've always wanted to start learning Unreal Engine. I thought that revamping Space Invaders with my own twist would be a great first project. After booting up my project in Unreal Engine, the first thing I did was create a starry background for the game to be played on and a camera that shows it all. Then after that, I added a sphere, and this will be the base for the Space Invader and all the little enemy ships, and I got it to move across the screen. After a few mistries, I got it so that it will go back and forth and slowly work its way down the screen. And then, once that was working, I just added 5 of them, and they all move in unison, and they all move together. Now that I had finished the basic behavior for the enemies, I started working on the player. So the first thing I did was just make a little cylinder that you could move back and forth. This would eventually become the player model. After that, I added some functionality where if you hit spacebar, it would shoot a bullet, and if it wouldn't do anything. And then I tried to add functionality where it would blow up an enemy, but kind of didn't work. After fixing that, I got it so that a bullet could destroy an enemy. However, I thought it was looking a little bland, so I decided to learn the particle system and added in these particles on death. However, for some reason, I had this delay, so I had to redo the way I was spawning the particles, and I got rid of the delay. But now I have 4 ships, and you can fire a bullet, and if you hit them, they blow up and they're destroyed. After following Blender Guru's tutorial on how to make a donut, I figured out how to use Blender and made 2 models for the enemy ships, a blue one and a green one. And then I got them spawning in game and changed the rows so that there's 18 instead of 4 guys. And it was actually starting to look like Space Invaders. Then I modified the spacing so that each ship was a little further apart, and I added a red ship in as well. Alright, so the next thing I did was add a scoring system. So in the top left-hand corner of the screen, you can see there's a score bar, and it starts at 0, and each enemy you kill adds 50 to it. After getting that working, I added back the old waves and made it so that once you cleared the waves, it would spawn one green guy in, and after you killed him, it would spawn another one. So as long as you kept killing everything, stuff would keep spawning. And then I implemented wave spawning, where instead of just spawning one green guy, it spawns an entire wave. And I made it so that the red guys move a little differently, and they move faster than the other space enemy ships. And then finally, I made it so that each new wave that spawns in will get progressively a little bit quicker than the previous wave. Alright, after doing that, I added a main menu to the game, and the name of the game is Solar Intruder. I know, Blockcraft 3D levels of original, but after doing that, I naturally made a death screen, and on the death screen, it shows your high score and your current score for the run. And then I realized that for the deaths, I needed to add the little bases in, so I did that. You have 4 yellow bases, and if a enemy ship touches one of them, it's destroyed, and if all 4 are destroyed, you lose the game and go to the end screen. And then I added a special boss to the game, but instead of just explaining what it does, I recorded a minute of myself playing the game, and I'm just going to show you. Alright, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Consider subscribing if you like what you saw, and click on this video if you're interested in how I made a turn-based combat in C++. Bye.